Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. In today's tutorial I'm going to be sharing with you how to cut and sew this trending big palazzo pants. If this video sound interesting to you need to sit back and keep on watching. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much for joining me, and to my new subscribers, please subscribe. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to fold your fabric into two. Actually, I did not take the complete yard measurement, so I just work with what I have. So fold your fabric into two like this. Make sure you add extra allowance. You go ahead and take your full length. My full length is 41. I took my full length, so I went back up to take my starting point also. You can always minus 2 inches for your waistband, but as for me, I did everything all together. So if you want to follow my pattern, stick around this video. Do not forward any parts. Trust me, you will understand. So after taking my starting point, the next you need to do is to take your clutch measurement. How to get your clutch measurement? You put your tape where you normally put your trouser, which is your trouser waist, on your body. Then you take it to your coins, which is your pleats, that is your clutch measurement. Okay, so after which I took my new length, which is not compulsory. I just did it because so you guys can understand what I'm doing. My new length is 22, my clutch measurement which is 11. Okay, so it's not a fitted trouser that will have to go in by 1.5 inches or 2 inches at the side. Anything you want to do, you do it. Make sure it is straight, so it's not a fitted trouser. So I already measured myself, and I measured myself very loose. So my normal fitted pant is 27, but because I want to make a free pant, I measured 33 inches. Okay, which is 16.5 that I have there. After which I place my tape like this also again to take my normal waist measurement. After taking my normal waist measurement, I added extra 6 inches. Yes, if you do not want it to be very big, you can add extra 5 inches. Okay, but this is just the actual measurement. I added extra 6 inches to mine. Then I connected it to my clutch measurements, just like I'm doing right now on your screen. So after which I just curve it out to connect it to the length of my clutch. It's very easy, it's very simple if you watch this video closely. After which I came down by 1 inch here, which is my pelvic area. I came down by 1 inch. Then I connect it to the waist slanted. It is a must that it should be slanted. If it is not slanted, that means you're not doing the right thing. So I just drew that line so that you guys will know that I did not go in by anything. So I had already started cutting before I remember that I did not take my length measurement in the other way. You guys will see what I'm talking about right now. So after which I came to my full length and minus 1, which is, remember we took 16.5 in my lap area. So I just went ahead and minus 1, or half an inch rather. Then I connect it like this using this ruler. Please, it's also straight. You need a big palazzo. Okay, so I connected it just like that. After which I now go ahead and cut out my front. I had to pass it to my girl because there were plenty watching me and there was no space to turn around and all of that. So they cut it out and I open up the side. So after which I already placed my front on my back area. Okay, so the next thing you need to do is, remember we took 1 inch for our pelvic area. So right now you go ahead and add 2 inches, which is 1 inch for the one we took, then another 1 inch, so that the back area will not drop when you are done making it. Okay, I don't know if you've noticed some trousers that when you're done making, the back will open, will not be closed, will not lap your body. Okay, so to avoid that, you need to add extra 1 inch. So after which I went ahead and reconfirmed my measurement. Then I added extra 2.5 inches for my allowance. You remember we always add allowance at the back area of our trouser. You can also add 2 inches if you wish. Yes, the reason is because it's a free palazzo pant, right? So you can add 2 inches. So, and we have added plenty allowance already at the front, so you can add 2 inches. But for me, I added 2.5 inches. Then I use my I was unable to lay my hands on any chalk right now, so I had to just use my pen to do that. So after which I went ahead to cut out what I have at my back. Remember, I went up by 2 inches. Okay, so I opened the side up again, then I passed the scissors to my girl also to cut out the other side. But before then, you do not need to start cutting out another clouch. All you need to do is just to shift the front on to the back, to the measurement you already took at the back, which is a 2.5 inches. Just shift your measurement, your front measurement to the back, just like that, so you can go ahead and use the same size to cut out the both, which is your front and your back piece. So after which I went ahead to cut out my back. Then when I get to where my hand couldn't get to, like, you understand, I had to pass this to my girl to do the cutting from my own side. So after which after cutting everything out, I wanted my girl to make this trouser for me, but I just wanted to document it for my lovely and amazing family right here. So after the whole cutting, you go ahead and join front to front just like this first. You join back to back just like this also. Then after joining the both of them first, you go ahead and turn it like this, open it up like this, then join the two sides together. So we are done joining the flap, which is also known as clutch, together, and the two sides. So this is what we have. So after doing all of this, the next thing you need to do is to open the center together, which is the clutch area, and to join. So after that, you can see that everything is neatly made. So after everything, you go ahead right now and open the center, which is the clutch, also known as flap. You open it up just like this, then you join from the clutch all the way down. Make sure the two center that you joined align together. Okay, so after joining the two together, this is what you will have. You set that aside so you can get your waistband. Okay, we are making use of elastic waistband and also rope, which is, we are making use of two things, the elastic and rope. All right, so after doing all of this, I had to tell them to bring the elastic first. Let's know the elastic length before we know how many inches we'll cut out for our elastic, for our waistband. Before that, you notice that I already stretched my elastic to know how stretchy it is. Okay, so you need to work with a very, very stretchy elastic, not all those ones that is usually thick and not stretch. So we have 2 inches for our elastic. After measuring it, I went ahead to take 2 inches all the way down, just like I'm doing right now on your screen. You make sure you take 2 inches all the way down. So after taking that, I cut out my measurement. If you've watched my video up to this time and you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please, I beg you, subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell button so you get notified anytime I upload new video. I had to slap my girl here because she too over sabi, she did not want me to do my stuff myself. She wants to just over sabi to the worry her. So after everything, I open it up again, rather like this, to join the waistband manually like this, to know if we have the exact length with our trouser waist. Okay, I hope you guys understand. This is just to know if everything is going to fit in or you have excess. If you have excess, this is when you determine it, you cut it off. If it's not up to, then you join. Okay, just make sure you do this so you know. So I noticed that ours is a bit over, like 2 inches over, so I had to cut it out. Okay, after cutting it out, I place it front to front and I give it to her to go and join. So after joining it, we are back again. This is when we are going to join our waist. So after joining it, I also bring it back again to put it together to know if it is fit, like if it will fit in completely or it is over also again. So everything fits in perfectly well. So after that, I had to tell them to give me elastic. I use my waist to measure out my elastic. Now if you're working with your client and the person is not close to you, you already measure the person, right? And you know that you did almost times 2 of the person's waist. So just go ahead and pull your waistband round the clothes, the trouser rather. Go ahead and put your waistband, your elastic rather, round the trouser. You can see that my first line already covered my elastic almost completely. Okay, my waist is 33 and the elastic band that I cut is 28. Okay, I hope you guys understand. My waist is 33 and the elastic waist is 28, which is about close to 6 inches or 5 inches over. Okay, so after that, the waist of the cloth is also 28 rather, so divide times 2. 28 times 2 is about 50 something, close to 60, right? So that is it. So after doing all of this, after joining everything, confirming everything was okay, I cut out my elastic, which is the 20. Before I cut out the 28, I had to give her to go and join down, to go and stitch it down, because we already measured it and it is perfect. I have to give it to her to go and stitch it down just like this. So let's go over to the machine. So I will tell you, do not cut out your elastic first. Okay, just to give it a good sign, then you do that. After that, I trim out my excess in one side of my elastic, then I cut out over in this other side of elastic, then after which I open it up and fold it down just like this. I hope you guys understand. Just watch my video closely, you're going to understand. Then she went ahead to stitch it down. So this is the elastic after we are done doing everything. This is the elastic and you can see that everywhere is perfectly neat. So after doing all of that, we already fold our fabric into two, which is the fabric waist into two, just like this. So I open it up in the middle just like this. I hope you guys understand. Just watch the video closely, you understand what I'm trying to do. So I had to put it in between what we already have. Please, you have to pin it down. If you know you cannot work neatly or your hand is not so strong, you have to pin it down like this. That is why we went ahead to cover everywhere up, because we also want to pass rope in between. And if you know that you don't want to pass rope in between, you can just do it anyhow you want it. But if you want to pass rope in between, you need to do it like this the way I am doing it rather right now. That is how you need to do it. You must do it like that if you know you want to pass rope in between. So you manually, carefully and pull, you put it together, which is fabric to fabric, and you make sure that the elastic is firm, like it is the down part, which is the other part, is not like the elastic is not, how will I put it, the elastic is firm inside. You need to push the elastic down so that the elastic will match with the waist. So when we are done, you will not have some fabric coming out and the elastic is down, or kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Just make sure the elastic is firm inside. Then you pull, you use your pin to hold the two fabric together. Please do not hold your elastic to your fabric. Do not hold your elastic to your fabric, because if you do that, it will not stretch. Okay, so you hold the fabrics together, you pin it down, you pull, you hold the fabrics together, you pin it down, you pull the elastic. Why you are pulling the elastic is because you want the elastic to cover up the fabric. So this is it, we are done. This is everything that we have now. So after which, you go ahead and locate the center back of your fabric, the center back, then you put it together the same way you pin it down. That's the same way you go on. So make sure your machine did not climb any single part of your elastic. Once your machine do that, I don't know, the elastic will not manifest itself fully. So you go ahead and pin it down like this. If you want to pin, fine, but I advise you just go ahead and sew, because you already secured your elastic to your waistband like that with pin. So you go ahead and sew. After sewing, you pull. When you are sewing it, remember the way you were pulling the elastic to fit in the fabric. That's the same way you will pull the elastic to fit in with your normal trouser waist. You can see, you sew, you pull, you make sure everything stretch out, the whole fabric stretch out. After sewing, you pull. After sewing that part, you pull again. Then everything will keep aligning by itself as long as you are doing it correctly. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. If you've watched my video up to this time and you are yet to subscribe, please, I am begging you, subscribe. We do everything accurately well right here. So if you want to put pockets, you go ahead and measure the sides of your trouser. The both sides, you measure 1 inch down. So after measuring that 1 inch down, where your 1 inch stop, you place your tape again and measure 7 inches. Then go ahead and mark it or chalk it down like this. Okay, so after that, you go ahead and take, if you have plenty fabric, you go ahead and use your fabric. But if you do not have plenty fabric, please use plain fabric. Okay, so after taking 7 inches, you go ahead and cut out 9 inches in your actual fabric that you want to use for the pocket. You cut 9 inches. Okay, so you go ahead and open up your two sides like this. Open it up. You will lose it though. Okay, you will lose it. You open it up like this. Then you take one side of your pocket, you sew it down. You make sure you lock it well so it will not loosen up. You take the other side and do the same thing. You make sure you lock it well. Then you close this side like this. Then you come to the upper area also and close it all the way down. Please, I hope you guys understand what I am saying. So after closing the two sides, you go ahead and trim off whatever excess that you have remaining. So right here, she was already done with everything. So you go ahead and get your tape rule, then measure 0.75 inches, which is 0. Is not up to 1 inch, 0.75 inches. Then you space also and take 0.75 inches also. Then, which is, you draw two lines, 0.75 inches like this. You space and go ahead and take 0.75 inches also. Why we are doing that, I just did that so she can understand where she's going to sew on. So right here, she was already done sewing it, and you guys can see, look at what my girl did. Oh god. I'm super proud of her. So she was already done, and this is, look at how stretchy the waist is. Very, very stretchy. After that, you can go ahead and weave your trouser if you wish, but if you want to complete it before taking it to a weaver, it's also good. So to fix our rope in, I did not know that we did not completely document everything, so I went ahead to take, you remember that my clutch, that my front clutch that we joined, exactly, that is where you are going to make sure you open up like this. Then you get a burner, a lighter to burn that place up. You go ahead and fold, it depends on how tiny you want your rope to be. So I advise you go ahead and take 1.5 inches. You cut it, like, you make sure you cut almost ×2 of your waist. You go ahead and sew it down, folding the two sides inside to fold it down. So after that, you use a broom to pass it inside. Okay, we documented that, but for some reasons I couldn't find the clip. I think I mistakenly deleted it or something. So you go ahead and push it in just like I'm doing right now. Before you do this, you might have sew out your rope and all of that, so you go ahead and push it in. I didn't know my camera had already stopped when I was doing the rope, but after everything, this is the trouser when she was done making it. Does it worth the time you spent? What do you think about this trouser? Let me know in the comment section, because I'll be right there waiting. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this space. Bye. Thank you.